Hi, I'm Anita of My Duke and I podcast, and welcome to the channel. So, this morning I got up and I was wondering, should I post the video I have of Harry and Meghan? Mm-mm. Sorry, guys, this is the season for a lot of pollen in the air and the allergies. Oh my goodness. But, anyways, Um, I was wondering, should I post a video for Harry and Meghan wishing them a happy seventh wedding anniversary? But I said to myself, we've posted all the pictures in the past, and I know Meghan is going to post something, so I better wait for it. And every time I went and I refreshed and I looked, and then here we got this beautiful time lapse collage, I would call it, where we saw a progression of so many events that took place in Meghan's and Harry's lives. We saw ti- pictures, I would say, that we'd never seen before. And it was just absolutely beautiful to see. So I'm going to start off with the photo from Meghan's well, not her personal Instagram account. I'm going to start off with her business account, as ever, her official business account, because that photo is just, and it's not a small photo in the collage, it's just a huge photo on their estate, um, the Montecito estate, you all. So I'm going to start off with this one here, which I think is absolutely breathtaking. Nobody does black and white photos like our Duchess. She does absolutely beautiful black and white photos. So here she is with her handsome fox, honey. A handsome fox, okay? So this is absolutely breathtaking and it is so clear, and you can see these are two people that are in love. This is their honeymoon era for sure, and the picture is definitely saying that. You see why I didn't want to do a video? Okay, because I know she would post something that I could talk about for days. And she did. She gave me more than I expected. Okay, she gave the world more than we expected. They say when it rains, it pours. And definitely, Megan has our cups filled and they are running over. Okay, this picture is adorable. Love the relaxed look. It's just California living. Chic, chic, chic. Okay. Beautiful black and white. And congratulations to our girl and her guy. Okay. To H&M, Meg and has. Okay, congratulations to them. Let me just read this. Sometimes two is better than one, honey. Oh, yes. Sometimes two is better than one. Okay, let me see. Well, $2 million is better than 1 million. $2 billion is better than one. Okay, sometimes, yeah, a husband is better than being by yourself sometimes. Okay, and well, when you have one problem, it's better than two problems. Okay, so Megan coined it here. Sometimes two is better than one. I love it. That's our Duchess, okay? And it says here, wishing a very happy anniversary to our founder at Megan and her husband, Prince Harry. So this is telling me here, and there is somebody that is sort of managing this, and this is an official, well, it is an official account, and it's separate from Megan's personal Instagram account. So this is setting the record here straight, honey. Okay, so it seems like her go-to photographer, Jake Rosenberg, took this, photo, and this came out about 4 hours ago. I am late to the game. I just came from work. I couldn't wait to get up in here to do this video. Okay, today's my late day at work, but I had to come and get this done. Let me just love this. I wish there were more hearts there for me to click on, but there's only one. Let me go to the palm trees. What made them buy the Montecito mansion? Good purchase. Okay, good purchase. That property has been appreciated and appreciating and appreciating. And why is it appreciated? Because of its dwellers, Harry and Meghan, honey. Harry and Meghan are bringing up its value, just like how when Megan wears something or does anything, boom, sold out and value go up. Okay. So here are these two palm trees, Mama and Papa. Okay. Harry and Meghan right there. And notice you have a tall one. Okay, so here's the tall one. I'm assuming it's Harry, and here is the shorter one. That's Meghan right there. And they have ocean views, honey. That estate has ocean views. So we're done seeing this. Let us go now to the creme de la creme, which is that collage. And let us look at Meghan and Harry's lives over the last 7 years. Let's go through the years, okay? And here is the piece de resistance. Piece de resistance. And I am going to read it. Okay. So this came out early. Okay. Piece de resistance. Okay. And it says 7 years of marriage, a lifetime of stories. Okay. This woman is a natural writer. Megan is a natural writer. She was born to write. Okay. 7 years of marriage, a lifetime of stories. And it says, thanks to all of you, whether by our side, the people that's next to them, or from afar, like us, the fan club, okay, who have loved and supported us throughout our love story. We appreciate you. Happy anniversary. And exclamation mark with a heart emoji. Okay, let's look at these photos and leave it to me to magnify. Leave it to me to magnify these photos. So I'm going to make it bigger so we can see what is there. So I'm going to start off here and I'm going to make them bigger. And I have that technology. So we're going to go through them and look at them. Okay. So I cannot see really the writing here that Megan has attached here because I got four eyes. So apparently she has. Let me see if I could read this. I'm gonna try to see if I could read this. I still cannot read it. Still can't read it. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll just look at the pictures. We'll just look at the pictures and enjoy them. Okay, we'll look at the photos and just enjoy them. Okay, so this is London. Okay, London. Okay, and here they are. She and Harry, and this here is Botswana. And this was 2016 when they started dating. Okay. And I can see what this says here. And I can't see what it says. And oh, this is Norway down here. Wait, I'm just gonna make this a little bigger. Sorry, y'all. I can't get it any bigger. But all I know, they were in Norway at some point. They were in Norway right here. And then let's see over here. And then You can see all up here. That's 2017. And I think this is their engagement picture right here. And we'd seen a picture similar to this. I think it was I think it was when the Queen gave us an announcement, and in the background, we saw this picture. And this is when they got married here. And here is the crest. And I think it was Meghan and somebody that's here. And the top is not showing. Hmm. And then let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know. Even though I made this so big, the some of this thing I still can't read. Lord Jesus, I'm near blind. Oh my goodness. Anyways, little baby Archie, I believe. Yes, 2019. Archie is born. And here we have Megan. That's 2018. And Meghan and Harry. And here they're having a celebration of kind, and it seems like they're in 2019. But anyways, what we're seeing here, some of these things I can't see the names. I know the pictures. I know the pictures. I know this picture here. Just how a love story. I wish all of them were written like this. Oh, this is current here in Montecito. We can see that in here. This is current. We can see here that she is with her babies, Archie and Lily here. And this is 2021 here. So, and here they're having a little activity here and so on. Some of these photos we've seen before. Looks like they were on a little vacation here. This is 2023. Little family photo here with Megan, Archie, and Lily. And here we can see. I can't read what is here. I just can't read it. And this here, they are in Nigeria. And after that, they are on a family trip. And here they are having some fun. 2022. Oh, this is too cute. Look at Archie giving Lily a little kiss. Oh, how sweet. And here they are at somewhere. We can see a beautiful sunset. And can't really read this. I can't read it. It's too small for me to see. Anyways, the photos are beautiful. I should say I've magnified them. And here they are somewhere in 2025. So this picture here with some coconut trees, they must be in some um, tropical island here. And the pictures are beautiful. And they're living their lives. They're living their lives with their children and so on. And all is love. All is love. Megan said it herself. All is love. Maybe that's one of Megan's products. All is love. She's been signing off like that. Okay. Tell me, guys, what you think about these photos. Which is your favorite? And How many of these have you seen? And look at who is this here? What year is this section here? So this is 2016 here. And so this must have been Archie's sonogram right here. So this is Archie's sonogram right here. And then we can see a little picture of when Meghan was pregnant here. And Megan is showing her little belly right here. So for all these people who are wasting their time trying to figure out whether Megan was pregnant with Archie or anybody or not, there's your answer right there. Stop wasting y'all's time, fools. Okay, so this side is family. This side is Megan and Harry and some family pics and so on. Just lovely. And look at the, oh, this is my favorite. I'm calling this one my favorite, where Archie is giving Lily a little peck. He's giving her a kiss. Oh, big brother is giving little sister a kiss. No, that's love. He's there to protect his little sister. They're being raised well, okay, tight and close together, and there for each other. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Guys, did I miss anything? Wedding photo. Did I miss anything? Some of these things I cannot read, but they're lovely. They're lovely. Megan is so photographic. She's so photographic. She knows how to take a good picture. And look at Harry there looking on. Look at him. Look. He's loving it. Harry's eating up. And look at him here posing. Look over here. Look at how he's posing. Look at Harry. Look at him right here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Harry. We see you, Harry. Look at you over here, Harry. Living it up. Uh huh. Uh huh. Love the sunset here. But this is my favorite. Which photo is your favorite, guys? Which photo is your favorite? Okay. Did they go back to Jamaica here? Oh, where is this? Listen, where is this? Love something here. I'm not too sure. Guys, help me fill out the rest. Fill out the rest. They love to take pictures next to that palm tree. Megan really, what she said about those two palm trees really is true. Okay. That is what that made them buy that house. These two palm trees. I love it. Look at Megan with a big belly here with Archie. Love it. Oh gosh. Anyways, let us now go and hear about the story of Megan's um, engagement pictures that was taken. Um, yes, so let's go there. So we're gonna go to the Miami Herald. So it says here, photographer shares story of Meghan. Why they keep calling her Meghan Markle? Her name is Meghan Sussex. Just call her Meghan. Just use one name. If you guys don't want to say Meghan Sussex, just say Meghan. Okay. Meghan. Photographer shares story of Meghan Prince Harry's engagement photos. So right here, let me take that off here. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So photographer shares story of Megan. And as I said, if you guys don't want to call her Megan Sussex, just call her Megan. That's fine. Just call her Megan. But take off the Marco. Her name is very important. She said it's her little family, and that's how it's a name that represents her little family, their little family, and that's how she wants to be represented. Okay, so just call her Megan. If you don't want to say Sussex, call her Megan or call her Duchess Megan. Okay, so Photographer shares story of Meghan, Prince Harry's engagement photos. Oh, so we've seen it already. So let us just go. Here it is. Here's the collage we saw. So we're gonna go straight to um, the TikTok video where the photographer. So let's get the photographer's name and get a little background of who he is. It's not a lot. Let me just read this because it's so short, and then gosh, I'm scrolling up too fast for you guys. Okay, so let me just go through it. So it says here, Meghan and Prince Harry are celebrating 7 years of marriage, and as a result of that, Meghan shared never before seen images of their time together with the public. On Monday, May 19th, Meghan took to Instagram sharing a photo of a cork board with her and Harry's love story depicted on it. The cork board displayed photos of their time together since 2016. Here it is right here. Okay. 7 years of marriage, a lifetime of stories. Megan wrote in the caption. Thanks to all of you, whether by our side or from afar, who have loved and supported us throughout our love story. That's what she's talking to. We appreciated you. Happy anniversary. And here, among some of the never before seen photos, were photos from their 2017 engagement taken by Alexei Lubomyrsky. I hope I give this man justice to his name. Lubomyrsky, who shared a video on TikTok explaining how he ended up being the photographer to capture such an iconic moment. In a TikTok a video, Lou Bommersky explained that he received the call to possibly shoot Meghan and Harry's engagement photos while at a hospital while his mom was in surgery. Just days later, the photographer was traveling to meet with Meghan and Harry to see if they vibed. Okay, he was trying to see, if they were going to get along. As I was sitting talking to Harry and Meghan, and I was showing them the references at one point, I watched them as they were talking. Lubomirsky continued. They were sitting next to each other, and every time one of them spoke, the other one would look at them and literally glow. And it was so beautiful to see, he continued. You know, when you're sitting next to somebody, a couple who are freshly in love, or they've just come up with some amazing news, they're going to get married or they're going to have a baby, and there's that glow to them, and they would just glowing, he said, okay? And they would look at each other and they would be this twinkle. And I suddenly said, you know what? Forget all the stuff I'm trying to tell you, all these references. I just want to photograph you guys as you are, right? If you just give me a camera and let me follow you around for the day in Frogmore House, we'll just take some nice pictures and I might direct you a bit, but essentially, all the magic is there in front of me. Whoa. What he saw, the twinkle, the love connection, just the the connection, what he saw between Harry and Meghan, he didn't have to do anything. He knew there was an it factor there, and he wanted to photograph them immediately. Okay? How cute. Lubomirsky was eventually given the job, and 2 weeks later, he would shoot the photos that would be seen around the world and graced the cover of Time magazine. Look at that. Look at that. He would also capture images that only Meghan and Harry would see until now. While describing that day, Lubomirsky seemed to describe one of the photos taken as the couple got comfortable with him. Oh my goodness. Wow, 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 wow. So I guess this was the engagement photo. This was another one again. So these were all the engage. Oh, so that's what that says here, engagement photos. So I guess these were the engagement photos. Mm. Megan in her trademark white shirt right here. And then this is the dress. Remember that beautiful dress? And here we have another one again. Megan, she has never before seen photos on her seventh wedding anniversary. Okay, so we seen, I don't, this was a different pose. This is a different pose. This is a different pose. This is a different pose. There was another one that we had seen. So these are all new. Okay. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Okay, so let us go to the video and look at what the source is actually saying. So let's go to the TikTok video. So let's look at the story from the individual himself. Okay.
Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Reshoot, where we revisit old shoots from the archive and find out the stories behind them. Today is Harry and Meghan's wedding anniversary, so I thought it was apt to tell you the story about how that all went down. This is part one, this is about the engagement, and part two will be about the wedding. It all started when I had flown back to England because my mum was having an operation, and so we all piled into the hospital. It was going to be a 10-hour operation. And the doctor said, I'll call you after 10 hours to let you know that everything went okay. So after 9 hours, 10 hours, we'd been spent the whole day walking around the hospital, just praying and eating sandwiches and coffees and the whole day we'd seen on the TVs in the
I hope his mom is doing very well today. I hope he does tell us that. I haven't seen this video as yet, so I hope his mom is doing very well.
corner of the rooms the news cycle of the day. And the news cycle of the day said Harry and Meghan get engaged. But I didn't really take it in because I was thinking about my mum. So then after about 10 hours, nobody had called. 10 and a half hours, nobody had called. We were starting to get worried. And all of a sudden, my phone rings and it goes, hello, is that Alexi? And I said, yes. And they said, hi, this is Kensington Palace calling. And I was like, sorry, who is this again? Sorry. And they said, Kensington Palace is calling. We want to know if you do a project with us. And I thought, and then all of a sudden, I suddenly remembered the news of the day about them getting engaged. And I thought, oh my God, my friends are pranking me. And I was just about to start swearing.
Oh my goodness. Thank God he did not hang up. Okay. And thank God he took the call. Okay, because these photos are beautiful. And could you imagine that in a moment like this where his mom is having surgery, he hasn't heard 10 hours, the surgery has gone by and he hasn't heard from the doctors yet. And I would be so nervous. And here he is, you know. Let's hear some more.
Bearing down the phone at them saying, how can you do this on my mum's operation day? Um, but I kept my composure. I took a deep breath and I said, sorry, one more time, who is this? And they said, it's Kensington Palace. We want to know if you'd be interested in doing a project. And so I said, yes, but can I call you tomorrow? So I took their number. Um, anyway, my mum operation went great. The next day,
Wonderful.
I called the palace, and in 2 days after that, I was driving down to London to meet the couple to see if we vibed and to see if I would get the job of taking the official engagement pictures. So I went down with, as always, references. So I started off looking at old royal engagement pictures. This is the Queen Mother and King George.
Anyways, we got the gist from here on, and it just turned out. I'm not going to show the whole um video of this because I don't know if there's a penalty associated with it. That's why I have to, if I do show it, I have to make it fair use. I have to comment on it. So let me continue going. Wow, these pictures, these are century old pictures. King George.
George. Because there are certain rules to royal engagement pictures, and you can't have people licking each other's face and going
Look,
crazy with the
look at how distant these people were. The lady hand behind her back, the man hand in front here. They were so cold. Where's the romance? Nothing was there.
affection. You can see the ring. There has to be a certain elegance to it and a certain reservedness to it. So I started looking at these old pictures. This is Princess Anne's official picture.
You
You see,
see, starting to see some closeness there. Oh, Princess Anne the Rebel.
you can see the ring just there. So this was like the 70s, I'm guessing. So it was a bit looser. It was a bit less stiff. This was the Queen and Philip.
Mhm.
So obviously quite sort of
Look
formal.
at it now. Look at the reverse. The queen is hand is in front, and Philip hand is at the back now. Okay, there's a little smile here. The queen is smiling. Queen was a little rebel, and if you know, I think deep down there's some little rebelliousness with that queen. She wasn't a queen. It'd have been a different story.
Quite stiff. Not much affection. I mean, she's smiling, but this is Princess Margaret. So again, you can see the ring. This is a little bit more informal as well. And then it came to this one. This was probably the most informal because they were hugging. There was showing some affection, and you could see the ring. So that was kind of an interesting evolution. This one I thought was really really funny. This is Queen Victoria and King Edward, her son, and there's lots of stuff online about how she photobombed her son's engagement picture.
Yeah, this woman ain't got no business in that photo. Rudely interrupting, mommy dearest.
And she's sitting in between the couple and she's looking at a statue or a bust of her dead husband, Albert. And so I just think this is such a funny one that there's not much romance going on. So then I brought my references. Now, obviously, I knew I wasn't going to get this, but I needed to aim towards something that had much more modern affection, less stiff. So I was bringing images like this just to give an emotion. Obviously, I was never going to get them lying down on a couch, but it just gave an emotion. Marilyn Monroe and Arthur Miller. Again, just showing an emotion. I know I'm not going to get this, but just to
You little tricky. Yeah. But you got something very good.
lead people in the right way. This I thought was really beautiful. This was great. And again, it was a looseness I was looking for. I was looking for real, authentic affection. And this one, and this one, and then this one. I wasn't quite sure whether I wanted them looking at the camera because most of the pictures of royal engagement pictures have them looking at the camera, again, being quite stiff. Now, as I was sitting talking to Harry and Meghan and I was showing them the references, at one point I watched them as they were talking. They were sitting next to each other, and every time one of them spoke, the other one would look at them and literally glow. And it was so beautiful to see. You know, when you're sitting next to somebody, a couple who are freshly in love, or they've just come up with some
Hello, freshly in love, glowing.
amazing news, they're going to get married or they're going to have a baby, and there's that glow to them. And they were just glowing, and they would look at each other, and there would just be this twinkle. And I suddenly said, you know what? Forget all the stuff I'm trying to tell you, all these references. I just want to photograph you
Just
guys
be yourself, Harry and Meghan. Forget about it. Just be yourself.
as you are, right? If you just give me a camera and let me follow you around for the day in Frogmore House, we'll just take some nice pictures, and I might direct you a bit, but essentially all the magic is there in front of me.
Hmm.
So
You guys heard all the magic was there. He didn't need to tell them anything. They had the package. They were the complete package.
I got the job. 2 weeks later, we were all rolled into Windsor Castle and into Frogmore House. And it was formal. You just sensed this formality, and I wanted to break that. So we started off doing some pictures inside, which were just really huggy pictures, kind of like this. Pictures that you will never see because Harry and Meghan have those, and they weren't chosen for the final ones. But it helped me loosen them up. It helped me show them I'm not scary. I'm not going to sort of stick a big fat camera in your face and just say
You never know. One of these days, we might see some of those. We're starting to see some of those already.
perform. It was just about conversation, just like I'm talking to you now. It's like, hey, yeah, great, just yeah, you put her arm around there, and yeah, give her a hug, give her a squeeze, and it loosened them up. So then we moved outside. So this was the first picture. Now, because this was the first one that we were doing, this
It
was in a
looks formal.
suit. I put a suit onto Harry because beforehand I think he was just wearing a shirt and it was more relaxed. And I said, this is probably going to be the formal one, right? We were trying to get 3 pictures out of it at the end. And I said, this is going to be the formal one. We got to see the ring. So you can see the ring there, up there. And it's more calm, it's more reserved. And then afterwards, we'll just do some looser ones. So this was one where we got the light right. It was a beautiful day in Frogmore House. It was November and it was sunny-ish, but there was a mist. There was an English mist. So it was a really low sun the whole day long. So there was no high light sort of giving them horrible shadows. It was just a beautiful low winter sun through this
This
mist.
guy know all. Oh, I wish I knew about photography like how he does. Is there a shadow behind here?
Giving it a nice softness. And anyway, so this is the first picture, and this loosened them up a bit, and they got into it, and they realized that it could actually be fun.
Oh,
After that, I just said, let's go walk around the
oh, look at this one here. There's no formality here. You are a trickster, Alexi.
garden. Let's just walk because it's beautiful sunshine. And we walked and we talked, and I was just running in front of them, and I was taking pictures, and I was shouting things like, "Oh yeah, yeah, great, great! Oh, 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 hold that! Now turn around, do it again," because I sound like that when I get excited. And then we ended up walking over a bridge, and I said, "Look, the sun was just going down," and I said, "Listen, let's just." I had this idea in my head, this reference, which was this one. This is Audrey Hepburn and Mel Ferrer, who was her husband. And I'd always loved this picture. I'd never used it before, but I always loved this picture of being wrapped up in somebody else's jacket. So I asked Harry, I said, do you have a big coat that we could use? So he brought out this coat, and I said, right, I just want you to wrap up Meghan and both face me. And it was gorgeous and it was beautiful. The sun was going down behind them. There was golden light. It was black and white, but it
Where
was
is this photo? We'll never probably see the light of that photo.
golden light. And I was just so excited. I was like, yes, 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 this is great. And then I suddenly said to Meghan, can you just turn around towards him? So all
Oh,
of a
there it
sudden,
is.
Meghan
We've
turns
seen
around
this
towards
photo.
him and her hands are in the jacket and she's looking down like this. And all of a sudden, I can't remember what happened. Maybe he said something or I said something. And I think we were all nervous that they were going to kiss because you can't have a kissing picture. But you could feel it. Everybody was deathly quiet on set because it was like, oh shit, are they going to kiss? Are they going to kiss? And then all of a sudden, I think I might have said something like, make sure you don't kiss, which made them laugh. And then her hand came out of the jacket showing the ring. And there was this moment of just like sort of laughter between them.
Oh, really nice. Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
And it was so beautiful.
Let's
And I was
continue.
clicking, clicking, clicking. And I was going, yes, 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 this is great. This is great. Just hold it there, hold it there. Because I go super high pitched when I get excited. And that was it. And I think I was so excited to get that picture because it was just such a beautiful
Mhm.
moment. This picture ended up getting like billions and billions of views. And I think when I spoke to people afterwards and I asked, why do you like it so much? And they said all the pictures beforehand, people were looking at the camera and you felt like they were performing to the camera. This image, you felt like you were invited to see an intimate moment between them. Then we moved inside to do a very formal
Oh,
portrait,
this
which
is
was
the one we saw with the queen. The queen had in a backdrop when she was addressing the nation. Yes, this one here. Let's hear it.
going to go into sort of formal things. And after that, these pictures just went everywhere. I was so shocked at how far they went. I knew they were going to go around, but I wasn't aware of the reaction we were going to get. And what was funny is when I was a kid, when I was like 9 years old, I used to collect stamps. So it was kind of a nice full circle moment when I got to have my pictures on an English stamp. And that is
Oh, look at that. Alexi, you got your stamp.
my story of the engagement. Go to part two to find out about the wedding.
Oh, okay. So there's a part two.
Hi there, and
So there's a part two. Okay. Yes, that was nice. Enjoyed that. That was enjoyable. Okay. So guys, tell me what you think about Alexi's story. Tell me what you think. Which was your favorite part? And out of all the photos, he said the photo with Megan smiling and the jacket was his favorite. It doesn't have to be your favorite. It could be another favorite for a different reason. Okay, so put your thoughts in the comment. Which one is your favorite? And I'll see you on the next one. Harry and Meghan, congratulations on your seventh wedding anniversary. Many more to come, and I'm definitely enjoying all the photos and the content that you guys are sending our way, the family photos, whatever you guys are doing. Thank you so much. Love each and every one of you guys. Bye.